Is northern Utah on your radar to move to? If so, this video is for you. I'm going to be going over North Ogden City and Pleasant View City, which are both excellent locations in northern Utah. This video will go over their locations, the prices, the views, the scenery, what the commute is like, what shopping and dining options are close by, the schools and the family activities available, outdoor recreation in the area, as well as pros and cons, and then my personal recommendation on which city may be best for you. I personally live in North Ogden City. It's a great spot to be. I grew up in Pleasant View City though. My parents still live there and my in-laws live there. It's also a wonderful city, beautiful place. You can't go wrong with either, honestly. So let's just get down to it and see which one, based on the pros and cons, amenities and whatnot, might fit the bill for you personally better. All right, location. North Ogden is in Weber County, both cities are, and they are located about 45 to 60 minutes north of Salt Lake City. And now North Ogden is tucked up against the mountains a little more, right in the crook of Ben Lomond and the Wasatch Front, and is a little bit further away from the freeway, just a couple minutes further away than Pleasant View. So not a huge difference between the two cities for freeway access, but North Ogden in general is a couple minutes further than Pleasant View. And also North Ogden City, the two main grocery stores, Lee's Grocery Store and Smith's Marketplace, are both in North Ogden. Pleasant View doesn't really have any grocery stores. They do have the Straw Market, which is a super cute, fun store to go check out. Excellent cinnamon rolls, by the way. But it's not much of a grocery store. It's just a fun little shop to go check out, where the kids like to hang out right by Pleasant View Park, which is a great park as well. They have a six-court pickleball court, as well as a big green area, playground, and a baseball diamond, I believe. All right, so again, both great locations. You can't go wrong. So there's that info for you on location. Now, prices in both Pleasant View and North Ogden are very similar. There's really not a huge difference between the home prices in either city. They are pretty well matched, on point for what you can expect to pay. Now, Pleasant View does have a community that's right up, way far up the bench of the mountain, where they have larger lots and luxury homes. Now, those ones are generally going to be higher priced than what you'll find in North Ogden, although North Ogden does have a similar community to that called the Cove, and there's nicer homes up there, more luxury options that are also higher in price point, but smaller lots. The lots up in the community up the bench in Pleasant View are larger. I think the minimum up there is half an acre or more. Some of them are 5 or 10 acres. So if you're looking for a luxury home with more land, that community up the bench in Pleasant View, it's a gated community, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but a great place to be. It's beautiful up there. So great locations, great prices in both cities. Price points in North Ogden and Pleasant View, like I said, are pretty similar. You've got condos and townhomes in both cities that range from $250 all the way up to $300-400K, and then you've got some smaller single-family starter homes that are going to range from $400 up to $500K, and then once you're talking the more established, the larger family homes, those are going to be $550 to $650, right in that range. That includes new builds. And then the nicer luxury options, you're going to be talking $600, $650 and higher, up to $1 million plus for those style of homes with larger lots, larger square footage. So those are kind of the price points you can expect to pay in both cities. The views and the scenery are fantastic. North Ogden and Pleasant View both have amazing mountain views. Ben Lomond is just beautiful. It really fills the sky to the north of us. And then of course you have valley views out to the south and the west, which are just beautiful. You can see Antelope Island and the Great Salt Lake. You got Mount Ogden and such to the east, which are beautiful. So views, you really can't beat them here. The mountain views and the valley views really are top-notch. Commute. So North Ogden, like I said, is a couple minutes further to the freeway, a couple minutes closer than Pleasant View to grocery stores, shopping, and restaurants. North Ogden is pretty small, though, as it goes for shopping and restaurants. To get to better shopping and restaurant options, you want to drive into Ogden, or even Riverdale is the best spot to be for the really good shopping. They have Costco down there, Trader Joe's, Sam's Club, Home Depot, Lowe's, all the big box stores and main chains that you're looking for when you need to go do some shopping. We do have a Lowe's and a Home Depot closer than Riverdale, but not a Costco or Sam's. We do have a Walmart as well in Harrisville that's not too far away from North Ogden and Pleasant View. But our two grocery stores in this area in North Ogden are Lee's Marketplace and Smith's Marketplace. Good grocery stores. We like Smith's for the fuel rewards personally. There's only a couple of sit-down restaurants in the area. We've got Zhang's, which I don't recommend. Just don't go to Zhang's. Yuck. And then we do have a Hug Hess Cafe. We really like Hug Hess, but you can only have it so many times. Their food is really good, burgers are really good. Hug Hess is definitely a winner. But again, it's one of the few. And so we end up driving into Ogden a lot more to get to the better restaurants. They did just open an Indian restaurant on 2700 North, though. I think it's Qatari or something, if I remember right. And I've heard it's very good. So if you like Indian food, we did just get an Indian restaurant. And then they are opening just west of us out by the freeway. They are opening a Target, which my wife is excited about. Me, maybe not so much. Anyway, so decent shopping and restaurants around, better shopping into Ogden and down into Riverdale. Now, Riverdale is only about a 20-25 minute drive from here, but Lee's and Smith's marketplaces are only 5 minutes, depending on where in the city you decide to settle down. Okay, and then schools and family. Weber School District is the district for this area. Now, Weber School District is generally better than Ogden School District, so we do appreciate being part of Weber School District and not Ogden School District. There are problems with all the districts around, but there's good things too. We personally homeschool our kiddos. We have a lot of great resources and insight into that. If you'd like more info on that, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to give you info on homeschooling. That's becoming a lot more popular these days. So we also have a lot of charter schools and private academies around that are excellent. My brother-in-law went to Venture High and he thrived there. Lots of good kids, great teachers, good programs, and they really set them up nicely for success moving forward. There's several others around too. Happy to dive into that deeper if you'd like. Now, outdoor recreation here in the North Ogden and Pleasant View area is excellent. North Ogden has a little quicker access to the outdoor recreation. North Ogden is right by the North Ogden Divide, which gives you quick access right up to Pineview Reservoir, Causey Reservoir, all the ski resorts, two of them really close by. Nordic Valley is only 10-15 minutes over the North Ogden Divide. It's a smaller, family-friendly budget resort, which is awesome. We love it for that reason. 12 and under are free. Day passes, if you buy in advance, are very commonly $12 to $15 around that price point and up, depending on the day. Those are weekday prices. Usually weekends are usually $30 to $50 for a lift ticket. And then we have Snow Basin to the south, which is 30 to 40 minutes to the south of us in the South Ogden area over the mountain. Great resort, tons of lifts. Powder Mountain is also in this area. Can't remember if I mentioned that or not, but Powder Mountain is awesome. It's actually the largest ski resort by skiable acreage To be fair, that does include the acreage that's skiable by helicopter drop. So I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but Powder Mountain's still a great resort to be at. They limit the crowds there, so if you buy your ticket in advance, you're not going to be crowded on that mountain. It's really nice for that reason, although expensive. And then, of course, we have lots of mountain biking and hiking and backpacking opportunities, fishing around in all the reservoirs and lakes and rivers, which are excellent. I love to fish myself. It's one of my favorite things to do. Definitely recommend it. And then, of course, we have the Ogden River Trail, Ogden Parkway, and that is a great place to go to bike, to walk, to enjoy the parks that are along that trail. It goes from the East Bench Park in Ogden all the way out to a park in the west of Ogden, where there's a lake, and it's paved pretty well the whole way. It's just beautiful. So highly recommend the Ogden River Walk. And then Antelope Island is not too far from us here. One of the last few remaining wild buffalo herds lives on Antelope Island here in Utah, which is super neat. They have a couple of historic, like a museum to see there on Antelope Island, and an old historic farm there as well that you can go check out. It's super interesting. Okay, so pros and cons for each city. North Ogden, the pros are you've got great views, a little bit quicker access to the grocery stores and restaurants in North Ogden. So those are pros. Cons is it's a little farther from the freeway, so your commute's going to be a little longer. And then another con for North Ogden is that the lots are a little smaller, so if you're looking for a larger lot, North Ogden may not be your bet. Pleasant View has some larger lots, so that's a pro for Pleasant View. And then cons, let's do pros. Pros for Pleasant View are going to be a little closer to the freeway, potentially larger lots, a little more spread out. And then con for Pleasant View would be not as close to the outdoor recreation, but still within easy access. Just a couple minutes more maybe is all to get to the outdoor recreation that I'm talking about. So both fantastic cities to live in. I definitely recommend either of them if you're looking at moving to the northern Utah area. Like I said, I've lived and grown up in and moved around in the Ogden area, North Ogden and Pleasant View areas quite a bit. So this is my home. I love it. Great place to be, raising my kiddos and my family here. It's just an excellent place to be for all of these reasons that I outlined and more. So based on what I've said, do you have a city that you would prefer, North Ogden or Pleasant View? Tell me in the comments. And then if you're looking to move here and you'd like some help, call me, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd be glad to help you. I help people move here all the time. It's what I do. And then also check out my other videos on the channel for information on Ogden, Layton, and other cities in the area, community events, fun outdoor recreation opportunities, and fun things to do. And again, reach out if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with.